evening, everybody. How is everyone? Good evening, Pamela ji. Good evening, Prem ji. Jai Shri Krishna, Bhagwati ji. Good evening, Pooja. Good evening, Avni ji. Good evening, Lakwinder. And good evening, Rita ji. How is everybody doing? Please share any shares that you have from yesterday, what we discussed. Good evening, Sai. Good evening, Sangeeta ji. That's okay, Lakwinder. No problem. If the soul is inside your body and that's your belief, let it be. I tell everybody that beyond any healer, beyond any doctor, what you need to believe in is your soul. The voice of the soul is much better to heal you than any healer can. While we can guide you, it is your true soul voice that will always be your friend. Because whatever we may try, we are still in a human body. So, to a certain extent, we will have filters. Of course, all my filters are slowly deteriorating away, but there'll always be some. So do what your soul, what your inner voice tells you. Namaste, Vinaya, and let's get started, shall we? So I've answered the questions that were there in the group itself. Please keep on practicing your asking for the soul to go out, and that's okay. Like I said yesterday, it takes time. So, Sai, I will answer that question in a bit. Let's get into the workshop or the today's topic, and then I'll answer this after the topic is over. Please keep on posting your questions. Today's conversation is on dreams and how the soul works with dreams. So, dreams work on the past, present, and the future. Okay, all three. When we finish our day, just like we need to excrete waste in the morning, we need to excrete the waste of thoughts during our sleep. Our body is very smart. Since our five senses are closed in and there is no input coming, it then starts processing all the inputs it took in the whole day. Something is useful, something is useless. Whatever is useful is taken in, and a map of the future is created for that useful part. So let's get started and I will get into details. So while you're sleeping, there are three aspects to your sleeping that come in. The first aspect is the sleep that is basically getting rid of everything that's not needed. All those unneeded emotions, garbage, crap that you don't need for the body or for the soul or to move forward get removed. This part now falls into two aspects. As human beings, we have that choice, what's called free will, to hold on to certain things. So the body will not release those things, which is why it's said don't hold on to anything so the body can release it. There's an exercise to make sure that you release everything that's not needed. And that is before you sleep, you kind of take a movie view of what happened the whole day. So from the morning to the evening, good and bad things, just do a movie view. When you do that, it becomes easier for the body to make it make the whole mind clean so that anything that's not needed is gone and there is nothing held back because of free will. Just a simple exercise. You could even write down everything that happened in the day. That also works. Or you could just go in a movie and flow it. And you don't have to remember it again. Just let it go. The second aspect or second part of this is a complete dreamless sleep. This dreamless sleep is when the soul is working actively, sending information to the non local soul. You don't have any dreams at this point of time. And then, based on whatever it has received, it sends back to the mind. Again, we start seeing dreams of what the future could hold. So, you must have heard about सुबह की जो का सपना होता है, the morning dream is true and it's for the future. That is correct. Now, one, don't need to be scared if you see a bad dream. It is based on the actions you are doing currently. So change your action and everything changes. How do you do that? Start by waking up and getting up from the other side of the bed. So simply. So, three steps. One, the first part of the dream is about all you have experienced during the day. You need to let it go, need to let things go that are not useful for you. And for that, there are two ways to do it. Before you sleep, either you think through the whole day like a movie in your mind or write down things. Both ways help you release whatever is not needed so that it's not stuck in the body. The second is the dreamless part of your sleep, where the soul is connected to the non local soul, Atma to Paramatma, and all the information is being shared. And based on that, you get information back in the form of dreams of what your future could look like. Now, this is the very basic aspect of how dreams work. Of course, in dreams also, especially in that space when the Atma is connecting to Paramatma, your parallel lives may show up as dreams. That can happen. That is basically to give you guidance of what or whatever input you're giving. These are the various outputs you could get. And you just be in observation because when you wake up in the morning, all these things will show up as options or choices. So, dream state of the past that's happened, dreamless state, which is the present state where the Atma is connected to the Paramatma, no dreams, and the third state, which is again the dream state of the future. So now I talked about how you can release things from the past, but how do you release things which are about the future? How do you know what your choice is? So let's get into what are the different yogs. Does anybody know what are the different yogs? Bhagavad Gita talks a lot about it. Let's hear it. Please type. What are the different yogs that we know about? And not yogs. And not yoga, yogs. What are they? I will give everybody about 2 minutes to tell me that. So it's 6:12. At 6:14, I will restart. So tell me, what are the different yogs? Anybody typing? Karam Yog, Bhakti Yog, Jnana Yog. There's a fourth one also, guys. So now I have to tell you, that's perfect. Karam, Bhakti, Gyan, and there's a fourth one. Who can tell me the fourth one? Lakwinder ji, you're right. Sai, you're right. Sangeeta ji, you're right. Bhagwati ji, you're right. Now tell me which is the fourth one. No, it's not Tantra. Perfect, Shivani. Raj Yog. Absolutely perfect. So now we have done through what? We said, okay, we're going through the dreams, and the morning we will have this information that we want to access from our soul. What do we do? The first part of just being. What does that mean? So when you wake up in the morning, you close your eyes, and what will happen? You will hear sounds and you will say, "Thank you so much." So everybody wants to practice with me? Let's do that. All right? Close your eyes. Focus on your breath. Allow your shoulders to relax and start focusing on the thoughts in your mind. There will be plenty of thoughts that will come in. There'll be some thoughts that will come in, or there'll be no thoughts that will come in. If you have thoughts, tell them, I see you. At this point, my focus is on the next step. So please wait before I can reach out to you. You will slowly start observing that the thoughts will diminish in time. You will hear sounds and you will tell the sounds, I hear you. Right now, I'm focused on something. I will come back to you. You will hear smells. You will say, I hear you. Right now, I'm focused on something. I will come back to you. You will hear or feel some tastes in your mouth. You will tell the taste, I taste you. Right now, I'm focused on something and I will come back to you. You will feel hot or cold, easy or uneasy. You will tell your touch, I feel you. I will come back to you in time. Right now, I'm focused on something. And bring your focus to the center of your forehead, where your third eye is. And keep breathing. Imagine the soul within you in the form of a white light, or a blue light, or a red light, or a green light, doesn't matter. Whatever light you prefer. Just imagine. Focusing on the soul. Now ask this question. Should I buy stock today? Should I go meet this girl today? Should I tell my boss about this today? Should I share this with my wife today or my husband today? Should I take my child to school today? Basically, you can ask any question and you will get choices. Keep focusing on your breath and say the right choice, let it show up now. And the first answer you get is the right choice, no matter what that answer is. So focus on it and believe that this is the right answer. And finally, act on it. Take a deep breath and open your eyes. What we just went through were the four stages of yoga: Raj Yoga, which is of just being, Gyan Yoga, which is of thinking, Bhakti Yoga, which is of belief, and Karma Yoga, which is of action. Each of them are interconnected. Whatever we do in life we can't let go of either of them. In some of the thoughts of Bhagavad Gita, it is said you follow either of the yogs and you reach Krishna. Actually, following either of the yogs means that you're following all four. And this is the step, the way to start connecting to your soul voice. Stage one, letting go of what's not needed. Stage two, of actually, stage two, you don't need to do much because your body and your mind and your soul are doing everything while you sleep. All you have to make sure is that you get a good night's rest. And by doing stage one, where you're letting go of everything, you automatically allow for restful sleep. Stage three is to act, going through the four yogs in the morning. Before you take any decision, you can act and have the right kind of decision happening for you. I hope this is clear. This is one of the easiest ways to connect with your soul voice. And as you go along, the time taken to go from Gyan Yoga, from Raj Yoga to Karma Yoga will be instant. So, as you ask questions, I'm going to answer Sai's question of the soul resides to the left of the chest and weighs some grams as per the scientist. Is that true, sir? So, the answer to that is that yes, scientifically, when the body dies, it kind of loses some weight. So, it's assumed that that the soul has left the body. Where it is placed, for me, it is connected to the heart. So it's placed around the heart connect, but it covers everything because it needs to make sure that each cell is running. It energizes each part of us. If we're not connected to the soul level, we start feeling exhausted, tired, ill, sick, unhappy. Lakwinder, that's awesome that you got answers of yes or no. Very good. I'm glad that you got that. Keep going deeper with the practice. Practice, practice, practice. Practice makes perfect. No answers received yet. Pooja said from the third eye, start with slight ache, then smooth vibrations in the dark. No hurries. Take your time. Remember, there's 3 steps to do it. I just showed you a practice round. I wasn't expecting any answers at this point. Side near that experiences, basically from what I've read from scientists, is that they weigh the body before the death and after death. So that's why they are able to say that there is some weight of the body, and that's also written in our scriptures. So definitely, energy is matter, matters energy. So there has to be some weight. Sujata, as you keep on writing down your day and or experiencing it in before you sleep like a movie, those bad dreams will disappear. And like I said, if some bad dreams come in the morning, know that this is based on what you are currently going through. So change your action. Just do something different that day, and everything is changed. So let give you an example. Right now, I am not willing to blink my eye, but if I do this, I have changed my whole life by doing one action because the movement of our cells creates everything new in the universe. One cell of ours can transform the whole universe. Good evening, Shantiji. How are you? Any other questions as I look through? Yes, Pamela ji, what about the Raj Yoga? Shanti is feeling good. Thank you, Shanti. Great that you're feeling good. So I'll share a secret with you guys. You know, when you wake up in the morning, as you do this exercise, go for a little walk, 15-minute walk. Wake up early in the morning, go for a 15-minute walk in your park, and just ask the universe, can you please give me the answer to my question? And as you're walking, you will start realizing a lot of answers will show up. So I love to take pictures, and every morning I just ask for the nature to show up so I can take a great picture. And if I'm really committed to taking a good picture, the frame just starts forming in front of me. It's like as if the nature said, okay, tathastu bacha, here you go, framed for you, take a picture, and it's done. Similarly, when I am going into no the workshop today or the topic today, it's such a vast topic, dreams, right? So I asked, how can I make it simple for everybody so they all understand? And suddenly, all these answers came to me, and messages started coming to me, and podcasts started coming to me, and everything just started flowing. So wherever I looked around, this was there. So if I was selecting something, it was always giving me this answer. This is the secret. Then you start just listening, and everything falls into place. Does that make sense for everybody? If it does, please say yes, yes. If no, please ask. We will give ourselves another 3 minutes before we close the class for today. And if you have questions, of course, we can go on. So please don't say a single yes or two yes. I want three yeses because I have realized when we all say three yeses, we actually get convinced of our own answer. So when you want to be convinced, just say yes, yes, yes. And suddenly that third yes creates this, wow, I love this, no, that kind of feeling. Yes, I truly believe. Yes, 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 I truly believe. So from I think tomorrow we have a session tomorrow, or do we have a? I think tomorrow is a catch up day for everybody. So please do catch up, and from Friday onwards, for every session, I will pick one person and I will help them heal with one of whatever issues they have, like I do normally in my workshops. So please make sure you are here and you are there with your problem and you share it. And whatever comes to me energetically, I will pick those people and we will work on the challenge and help you grow. All right, so it's 6:28, almost time to close. And as every day, gratitude to each one of you for joining. Thank you so much for being a part. Thank you so much for helping me evolve and helping every member in this workshop evolve. God bless you and have a wonderful 48 hours. I shall see you again on Friday evening. God bless. Atma to all of you.